Today, I'm doing rock and roll racing on the show. Thank you so much to ANC Games for letting me borrow it from the store. First and foremost, you guys are amazing. Thank you for the likes, the thumbs up, all that shit that I usually ask to do. Do it again on this video because it means the world to me. It shows me that you guys like these videos and it actually helps the video get propelled. Again, let's make this fucking channel huge. I know I swear so much, but this is fucking metal music in this review. I'm telling you, this game's got music in it that's gonna blow your goddamn mind as a child. I mean, look at the cartridge. It's got some dude with sort of a tank coming out of his crotch almost between his legs, then a hovercraft, but it's shooting, but what happens if the bottom of it gets shot? Does it just get stuck? I don't know. Then you've got this just sort of F1 car that's shooting. I mean, as a kid, I'm going in there, I'm going, rock and roll racing seems like a gimmick. No. This ain't a gimmick. This is marketing and game development done right. Let's get into it. Rock and Roll Racing is a battle racing video game developed by Silicon and Synapse, which is now known as Blizzard Entertainment, and it was published by Interplay for the Sega, Mega Drive, and Genesis, and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1993. The background music consists of instrumental versions of several heavy metal and rock songs, hence the game's title. Now you're asking yourself, why does this game mean so much to JKB? I'll tell you why, because my mom, she's gonna kill me, but I'm gonna say it on the air. I used to be the son of a biker. That's right, my mom was a biker. She dated hardcore bikers who would kick your skull in even if you were a child. That's not true, but it might have happened when I wasn't around. But the point here is, I listened to the music that these guys listened to. I'd look up at them on their bikes with their music and everything was so amazing about it as a child. And then this game came along on Super Nintendo called Rock and Roll Racing, and I went into the store and I went, ooh, seems a little gimmicky, I don't know. Pop that bad boy in, and what played? What sounds did I hear? I heard, essentially, the most kick-ass fucking music I've ever heard on my Super Nintendo to this day. Nothing ever beat it. Nothing. That's how kick-ass it was. But no, it wasn't a simple racer. No, it wasn't just a rip-off of RC Pro-Am on the Nintendo. This was something different because you could not only race, but you could fucking kill everyone in your way. And that, as a teenager, was one of the main reasons why I love video games. I loved death and destruction, and this had it. Rock and Roll Racing was initially developed as RPM2, a sequel to the company's Super Nintendo game known as RPM Racing. But at the end of the project, Interplay Marketing added the licensed music and changed it to Rock and Roll Racing. Now this is something I absolutely love. I love the fact that back in the day, again, they just wanted to cater to the teenagers. They wanted to cater to us and our rock and roll needs and our shotguns and our mega weapons and our explosions in space. And guess what? It paid off in this game. The soundtrack includes Paranoid by Black Sabbath, the Peter Gunn theme, which you might remember from Spy Hunter on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It also includes Highway Star by Deep Purple, Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf, and Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood. And there is a 6th track that is exclusive to the Genesis port known as Love Radar by Golden Earring. Never heard of it. Me neither. Nobody has. J-Rock, the game rocker, he asked me if there's any pivotal song, iconic song from back in the day that I wished was on this game, and I have to say, it's quite simple. Enter Sandman by Metallica would have amplified this even more. I mean, yes, okay, Ozzy Osbourne graces our presence in this game, and that's amazing in its own right. The fact that they got that on here and paid the rights to get that on here, holy shit. But no, imagine if Metallica was on here, it would have just amplified it even more. But no, it's still, I'm going overboard here. It's still an amazing soundtrack, but I kind of wish Metallica was on it. That's my answer. The heroes of Rock and Roll Racing are the choosable characters at the beginning of the game. Now, these characters are obviously based on classic rock gods. I mean, you could look through them and say, that looks like this looks like that. But what I also like about this, they each come from a planet, and on their planet, that's where you'll be racing. So one of them might be an alien type, where essentially his tracks are alien-based. They look like Geiger. They look like they're right out of the Aliens films. Or you'll have a character who's sort of like sludgy and whatnot. His home planet is all toxic waste. And as a child, the marketing nailed it on this. You got the levels that have these amazing backgrounds in them, like that bring you to different worlds. I mean, you actually can skip ahead in this and go into a ship that will propel you to the next level. It really has it all. I love it. The game pits 4 racers against each other, with up to 2 of them being player-controlled characters and the rest being AI opponents. Each race consists of 4 laps around tracks viewed from an isometrical perspective, and racers must maneuver hills and dips without falling off the track or even jumping off the guardrails on the side of the track. While it is a racing game, there's a huge emphasis on attacking competitors' vehicles. Since the cars always reappear with full health just a few seconds after blowing up, the only harm kind of done is falling behind in the race. The game features 5 different types of cars, from hovercrafts to tanks to sort of an F1 car that's just souped up. I love the abilities in this, and I also love the ability to upgrade these cars as you go on through the game, and this is what kept me interested throughout this whole experience, because at times it can be very difficult, but when you upgrade your car and you learn the corners on these tracks, it will pay off, and you will have a fucking rocking time. Overall, Rock and Roll Racing was one of those games that really brings me back to the past because I spent so much time playing it competitively with my friends at school. But not only that, I mean, obviously the combat, the track design, the track backgrounds, the characters, the music, the voiceover that's in this game, everything came together. And it really was a pivotal point for me in my childhood for video games, because I realized that games could be perfect. They could essentially be exactly what I wanted. And it would be, you'd sit back and play your Nintendo and dream, like playing RC Pro M, and dream about having weapons in that, or maybe jumps, or like kick-ass music, and then, oh my god, here it is. This is amazing. So if you have a Super Nintendo and you want to play a kick-ass battle racing game, Rock and Roll Racing is the only one to play. Go out there and get it right now. In terms of how rare it is, it's starting to go up in price, so you gotta get it quick. So check it out. I really recommend it, and I thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go rob a liquor store. Thanks so much. I'm lonely.